Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is MaximusBlack here with a solo cast on the solo channel. That is right, I am going to be casting some StarCraft on this channel. And if you guys want to get casted, there is a Gmail account in the description below. It's called castmygame@gmail.com. Pretty simple stuff, and I will be taking bronze all the way through GM. It doesn't matter. Just make sure that they're good games. Don't be sending me no, boring Turtle Fest or whatnot, because it just won't end up on this channel. I kind of want to put up some exciting games, and hopefully this is going to be an exciting game. Let me introduce those players. Starting up top right, we have OrkTastic, and bottom left position here on Shakuras, we have Kvothe. Kvothe. Well, I'm gonna call him Kvothe and Ork. Kvothe versus Ork. PvP Shakuras. Hopefully we're not gonna see a 4-gate, but the chances are pretty high. I have no idea what league this is, and of course, just like on live TV, I am going to try my best to find out what league this is, and then stick that up in the top right corner of the screen. So the reason why I'm going to be casting a lot more here on the solo channel is because, well, I'm going to be casting for Check 6. I'm going to be doing King of the Hills for them. I'm also going to be hosting my own Playhem tournaments for the fans, low leagues, high leagues, some prizes and whatnot. And I know that this channel has been a lot of playthroughs, and it's still going to remain to have 2 playthroughs at all times. And this is a channel where I can kind of do my own thing. So obviously the casting style is going to be a little bit different and whatnot, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Hopefully it'll improve over time. And if you guys want to get casted, make sure you send those replays in to that replay account. If you want to send them to both replay accounts, mine and Leg TV's, you can go right ahead and do it. It'll probably up your chances of getting casted. I don't know how many games a week I'm going to be able to post up on this channel, but I'm definitely going to try to get out more, and also more Quest to Masters, or Grandmasters, sorry. Just more StarCraft content. You guys have been asking for it. I've been slacking on it. So here it is. So let's get right into this game. Looks like we got some typical openings, although Ork does have a second assimilator going down, and also, oh wait, this is Ork. Kvothe has a second assimilator, and so does Ork. So we actually may not be seeing a 4-gate from either player. Third pylon going down, chronoing out Warp Gate, a second gateway down as well. Looks like we may actually see the Stalker play. He does not have a Zealot, and a lot of the time this is the counter to a 4-gate. Getting out a fast second gateway and chronoing out some Stalkers. Just don't get the Zealot altogether, but his opponent isn't getting a Zealot either, and he's not going 4-gate. So it looks like both players are actually going to chrono out Stalkers. It's just so happens that Ork is going to be 1 gateway in the lead in that aspect, but it's a big map. Really, I don't think that second gateway is going to make a big of a difference at this point in the game. It looks like we have a probe coming over here to do some sort of scouting. I don't know if he's going to maybe try to chuck down a proxy. We actually see a Stargate going down for Kvothe. I don't know how I feel about that. Could see some Phoenix play. We do have a Robo going down as well for Ork. That probe goes down, and it looks like Kvothe is going to have to back up. That's 3 Stalkers versus 2. And I don't know if Ork is actually just going to go all the way down here and try to, poke in here a little bit to see what kind of damage he can do. There is a 3rd Stalker now out on the field for Kvothe. So I think Ork's best decision at this point is to back off. Of course, Kvothe can make some more units, and there is no proxy down this way, so the last thing Ork wants to do is get overran and lose his Stalkers, especially since there is a Stargate down. 2 more gateways being dropped, so we are going to see a 3-gate Phoenix play build, which is very good. And you know what? It's actually very good against a 3-gate Robo, because you can use those Phoenix to pick up those Immortals that are going to do so much damage against the ground force of Kvothe. So I'm very curious to see who comes out on top here, because both players, not doing a 4-gate, which makes me happy, but at the same time, both players doing a good job at their builds. Orc doing a fantastic job of getting rid of a probe, making sure that there is no major aggression happening while he goes ahead and grabs his 3-gate robo. And at the same time, Kvothe doing a good job at kind of poking in a little bit and keeping Orc on his feet to make sure that he buys himself enough time to get out these Phoenix, because those Phoenix are going to be so crucial in, you know, in winning this game. He needs to keep these Stalkers alive, because even though you have a bunch of Phoenix, they're not really going to do a whole lot unless you have some ground units to do some attacking while those Phoenix are picking up those units. And it looks like he's actually going to do the smart thing and pick off some probes before he actually goes in and tries to engage on the army, which is a very, very smart thing to do, because quite frankly, he doesn't have the unit composition to take care of it. And here comes the Phoenix, going to be able to take out 1 probe, 2 probes, 3 probes, 4 probes going down, and he's going to force Orc to go back into his base. And this is exactly what you want to do when you are doing this Phoenix style play. He's buying himself time. He's allowing himself to tech up, to get up some unit composition, even though he's really not building any units besides Phoenix at this point. But basically what he's doing, he's keeping Orc at bay, because Orc has the unit composition and just the manpower to be able to go down and kill Kvothe. But he just doesn't have that information yet, although there is an observer over here, and he's going to know exactly what the build is and what the unit composition is going to be. Lots of Zealots being built. That is a very, very good thing, because he is going to be going up against Immortal Stalker. There is, ooh, look at that, picking off those sentries. Very, very nice. Might even be able to pick off a free Immortal here, and a lot of the Stalkers are up at the main of Orc, and oh, no, just does not have the energy. 18 health left on that Immortal. Getting lucky there. Orc very, very lucky that that Immortal does not go down. But in the meantime, gonna run up this way, pick off a couple more probes, sorry. And we take a look at the damage dealt. 7 probes killed so far in this game. We take a look at the units tab, 32 probes. Kvothe doing a great job at probe production. I'd like to see him chuck down an expansion, especially that he knows there is an expansion going down for Orc. So there really is going to be no aggression anytime soon. That Immortal does get picked off, and now he's just going to pick off some Zealots, because, well, why not? And he's going to back off here. This is going to be extremely frustrating for Orc, and I've been put in this position many, many times before on the ladder. It is so hard to take care of this, and what you need to do is chuck down a cannon or 2 here, leave half of your Stalkers at your base, half of your Stalkers down at your natural, and just force him to keep his Phoenix together, and to keep the Phoenix, you know, around the map. You don't want him at your probe line. That's basically it. And he's just going to keep picking off. He's not going to allow this natural to get saturated, because every time probes are going to be built, he's going to pick them off. And unfortunately, all the Stalkers are bunched up. He is getting blink, which is a great thing to do. It's something that you are going to need. 1 Phoenix finally goes down, but he definitely needs to split up his units and maybe get down a couple of cannons here. You know, I give him kudos for trying to get up this expansion, but at the same time, man, Kvothe is doing such a great job at controlling this map with these Phoenixes, and I think he's just going to keep on doing this until the well, blink is finished. So he is going to be a lot more mobile to get around, and he's going to come back up here and pick off some more probes. Take a look down here. The expansion is going up. We've got a bunch of Zealots now getting Immortal himself. 25 probes to 36. You know, those Phoenixes are putting in work. They're putting in a lot of work here. And in the meantime, getting quite a few Zealots. That's building up. Now +1 weapons as well. Look at these kills on these Phoenixes. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressive indeed. And Orc he doesn't know what to do. He does not know what to do. Once again, leaving this area completely wide open. All it's going to take is a couple of Phoenixes. Oh, this 1 Stalker is going to get some kills here. And is he going to panic and run his entire force down? That is exactly what you do not want to do, because you know these Phoenixes are just going to run in, and this 1 Stalker is just doing... Oh no, he actually is running away. That would have been a perfect opportunity to pick off at least 3 or 4 more probes. Gonna save, no, does not save that Stalker. That 1 Zealot does go down. these Stalkers are going to be forced to roll down this way because these Phoenixes are going to go and pick off some more probes, and there they are. Finally bringing in some reinforcements, and I think this is going to be the part in the game where he's just going to say, you know what, screw doing more harassments on the probes. I'm just going to go in and try to attack. He's got an Immortal, 2 Immortals. He's got a whole crap ton of Zealots, a couple of Stalkers. He's going to be putting down this proxy pylon. Going to probably do another warp cycle or 2 and then engage. And oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Keeps those Phoenixes alive. He's going to go up here and actually do a little bit more damage. Ooh, very nice. Got a Templar Archive down. That is going to be huge because those feedbacks is going to be the death of these Phoenixes. But the question is he going to be... Whoa, he actually decided to get an Archon instead. Archons are very good against Zealots and tanking damage, but at this point, I think he probably should have waited and tried to pick off a few of these Phoenixes. And there's an Archon for Kvothe. And we do have charge for these lots. And this is a very, very scary unit composition for Orc to deal with. And I think we're probably going to see an attack here at any given moment. We have a couple of observers over here for Orc, so we know exactly what's going on. 3 more gates now down. 48 probes to 36. We have a fully saturated natural for Kvothe. And, well, some more damage, some more probes going down here. And Gary is asking, hey, you there? And I'm going to go, busy. Sorry about that. Wow, this is starting to turn into a bit of a Turtle Fest match. And I think that the Phoenixes, even though they're picking off a few probes here and there, really not doing a whole lot of damage at this point. I honestly think that he should be keeping these Phoenixes alive to pick up major units such as these Immortals, even a high temp or whatever, as he engages into this battle. Unless he can somehow get... Oh, and you know what? Orc is saying, you know what? Screw this. I've had enough. And he's going to push out here. This is a lot of Archons. Going to start focus firing on that Immortal. The Immortal does go down. There's a bunch of Immortals in the back. Tanking damage. Getting rid of the Archons of Orc. The Phoenix is over here picking off all of these probes. These Archons are going to eat up these Zealots. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be GG. What a great game from Kvothe. Keeping his opponent at bay for basically the entire game. That has got to be an extremely frustrating game for Orc. But you know what? I can't really hate on him. He did as much as he could. Like I said previously, I would have liked to have seen him put down a cannon or 2. Needs to split up those Stalkers. But Phoenixes, if you haven't dealt with them a lot, they're very, very hard to deal with. And, you know, I've casted games with Phoenix play. I've played against players with Phoenix play. And it's easier said than done. I can sit here and tell a guy what he can and cannot do against Phoenixes. But when you're being harassed, you're scared about units coming up through your natural. You want to try to get an expansion. You know your opponent has expanded himself. It's, like I said, it's easier said than done. Very good game. I know it's not a whole lot of action, but it's a great display of what you can do with Phoenixes. But getting to that stage, it's, you know, Orc, if he would have scouted a little bit more, maybe even applied a little bit more pressure, he would have been able to go in and attack a lot sooner. And maybe just have slowed down the production of the Phoenixes. And once they get those, you know, 4 or 5 Phoenixes that early in the game, it's a bitch to deal with. Great game. Thanks for submitting it. If you guys want your games casted here on the channel, you know where to do it. This is MaximusBlack. Peace out.